What I saw today is that this was more serious than last year. Do you think we're going to see that again? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it
think
sounds like
definitely.
there was a website, there was hype about this, there was explanations about this. It seems
Yeah,
like this was taken a little more seriously than
I would
last year.
I would think definitely. And the reason I think that is because they were better at it this year than they were last year. It obviously didn't work,
Yeah, still
but
nowhere near as close.
it could have been. If so, they would have needed was the number 29 if Democrats hadn't left the Cuomo funeral. So
Mhm.
obviously, Mario Cuomo passed away, and a number of Democrats weren't present today for the vote because they were at his funeral. If those Democrats had been present, then Boehner would have needed to get more Republican votes to get half of the members present. So if those Democrats had been there, then Boehner would have needed to get 29 Republican votes, or could only have lost at least 29 Republican votes. He lost 25. So let's say the Cuomo funeral was, a couple days earlier. Um, if that happened, Boehner was only 4 or 5 votes away from a second round of voting. That's extremely close. I mean, we're talking if you have an extra day of these Tea Party guys calling each other. We're talking if the Tea Party guys have a slightly more professional whipping operation, that you're in a second round of voting really easy. This was a close vote. Um, it was not guaranteed that it was going to go out the way that Boehner would have wanted it to. I mean, 5 votes, and that's not even to mention the fact that there were 3 freshmen newly elected: Barry Loudermilk
Oh yeah,
from Georgia, John Ratcliffe from Texas, and Alex Mooney from West Virginia, who
two
all
of those
voted for.
guys are
They all
hot
voted for
stuff.
Speaker Boehner,
Yeah.
but they also all signed a pledge of the Madison Project saying they would vote against current leadership as soon as possible. So Madison Project is mad at them for violating their pledge. Next time around, they're going to need to vote against Boehner because of this pledge that they signed. That's 3 more. I know people talked about how it's going to be easier for Boehner to keep his caucus under control because it's larger now, but 25 is a ton. And those are the hardliners. Those are the guys that are upset. You had a number of people who really don't like Boehner, who still voted for him. John Fleming, who's a firebrand on immigration. Mo Brooks, who's a firebrand on immigration.
So what is it? I mean,
Matt
what?
Salmon, who
Yeah,
who
Matt Damon.
who has extremely harsh things to say about the speaker. All those guys voted for Boehner to be speaker. So if we have a slightly more professional operation, if these guys are a little more strategic about it, if they know what they're doing better, you change a couple factors, and we would have had chaos today.
So what?